In this video, I'll show you how to find happiness on YouTube and make it the satisfying journey it should be. A journey of creativity, growth, burnout, almost losing everything I had, and then I found the ultimate success on YouTube. It all started in 2019 when I started creating YouTube videos of my woodworking projects, just out of curiosity. I love and I've always loved filmmaking and woodworking, and I thought combining them would be the perfect combination for me. In the beginning, it was all cookie and eggs. Is that even a saying in English? In Dutch it is. Het was allemaal koek en ei. Essentially, it means it was all good. Filmmaking was fun, woodworking was fun, and I really enjoyed making the videos, except for one aspect of it.
My name is Sander. My name is Sander. My name is Sander, and I started my woodworking business 10 years ago.
As I am Dutch, English is not my mother tongue. Not that I have trouble with the language itself, more the fact that when making my projects, I had to explain them, and I noticed I had to really think about the words I chose. You can't really script these videos because you are working on a project, and you can only make a cut once, and the line you want to say doesn't come out the way you wanted it, you can't just glue the project back together and try again. That was the reason, especially when I started growing on YouTube and taking it more seriously, that this became a problem. Making YouTube videos started taking so long because of my perfectionism and the fact that I took way too long because I was focusing on the lines I had to say. But I had to push on. I was monetized in a year, which meant I had over 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. Oh man, I remember the days I started getting closer to those milestones, checking my analytics every time I opened my eyes in the morning. Yes, I am coming so close. And when I reached monetization, I knew YouTube was the thing I wanted to do for the rest of my life. I was working a full-time job at the Dutch police, and YouTube was my hobby. I spent all the time I could on YouTube. I was all in on YouTube. Driving to work, which is a 45-minute drive, I watched YouTube growth videos of creators like Rob Wilson and Brian G. Johnson. Every day, I still do. The amount of information I was consuming was unbelievable. I was becoming so knowledgeable about YouTube, at least I thought. I know all the facts of growing a YouTube channel. I know all the tactics, the do's and the don'ts. But as my channel was growing and things seemed to go the right way, life got in the way. I was so invested in YouTube. I woke up with YouTube on my mind and I went to sleep thinking of my new projects on YouTube. All I could talk about was YouTube. The only thing I could do was trying to spend as much time as I could on YouTube. I started to forget other things I had to do around the house. I say I forgot them. My wife said I had my priorities wrong. We disagreed back then, but in hindsight she was right. The wife is always right? Even when she's wrong. No, all kidding aside, my wife is always supporting me in everything I do. She is my motivation to do my best for everything. In my full-time job, where I recently reached the rank of sergeant, brigadier in Dutch, she has been my motivation to keep going, even though I was in a rut, and was fighting for a promotion the last few years. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have achieved it, I'm certain. She's lovely, and she's honest. Thank God she's honest. One day, we had a huge fight. She was feeling like she was the only one doing stuff in and around the house. Maybe you've seen it in one of my earlier videos, but we live in a house on a large stretch of land with a couple of horses on it. A lot of trees and nature that needs maintenance, and there were a lot of chores to do around the house. The fight was about, you guessed it, me not helping around the house. She was right. But I couldn't accept what she was saying. She said, and I quote, You can't remember to do anything around the house, but when I ask you something about YouTube, you know everything. There have been a lot of fights like that, and at first, I thought it was a personal attack on that what I like doing most, YouTube. She didn't want me to spend time on my hobby. She didn't want me to do what I love most. First, to make a statement, I told her I wouldn't do YouTube anymore if she didn't want me to have fun in life. So I did. Out of remorse, I quit making YouTube videos. And at first, I was like a junkie, going in withdrawal from its drug. But after a week or so, I started to feel the stress flowing away. I felt rest coming into my body and into my mind. Where it was dark at first, it became light. I couldn't believe it myself. I love YouTube so much. But I had to go cold turkey and come back to earth. I had to do this because I was sure if I fell back, I would have lost everything. I'm sure it would lead to a breakup with me and my wife, because I was so deep in it, and I can't say she was wrong. She was right. I didn't upload for a long time. Always had the urge though, but if I want to come back to YouTube, I had to do it the right way. With a balance between YouTube and my family. A balance which would ensure I got my priorities right. My wife and kids have to come first. So, I started thinking what I wanted to do on YouTube. I was sure going back to the old ways wasn't going to happen anymore. But after being clean of YouTube for a year, I realized it wouldn't be woodworking content anymore. But what do I want to do? And that's why I'm rebranding this channel. After seeing Brendan Spiegel's video, I had a realization. In his video, he tells about how he made content on his channel about everything he wanted to make videos about. He loved being creative and post whatever the heck he wanted. But then, he started seeing some videos taking off and others slacking and not getting views. If you believe the YouTube gurus, you should double down on what's working. So Brendan did. He started doubling down on that specific type of content and his channel started growing exponentially. But as he said,
as a result, I wasn't making videos out of passion anymore. I was doing it to try and go viral again. I had failed my inner creative spirit. At that point, I realized I had to deprogram myself from the Mr. Beast, chase the YouTube algorithm for all it's worth mindset, and get back to being the person that I was.
And he is right. In a way, we were going through the same thing. What is the point of chasing numbers and losing sight of that what you love doing most? Looking back, I wasn't having fun making woodworking videos. I was just chasing numbers. My videos didn't gain the numbers I wanted. I mean, I have 7,000 subscribers and I am thankful for every single one of my subscribers. 7,000 is a lot. Put them all on a football field and I bet you there won't be room for all of them. But in my mind, it was not enough. And it still isn't, so go subscribe. What was I doing wrong? I know all the basics of YouTube. Why are people in my niche growing like crazy? And why am I slacking? I'm doing the best I can. After seeing Brendan's video, I came to the realization that my videos missed the key ingredient to YouTube success. And I mean the most important ingredient of all. See it like a recipe. See it like a hamburger recipe. You can go without the lettuce. You can go without the tomato. You can go without the pickle. Hell, you can even go without the bun if the rest is there. But a hamburger can't go without a burger. It's impossible. And for everyone who says I'm wrong, we can be friends and you have to get out of here. No, I'm kidding. Everyone has their own taste, but in general, I think people agree with me, a hamburger can't go without a burger. And YouTube's burger is passion. I loved making YouTube videos, but there was no passion in my videos. Looking back, I can clearly see it. That is what my videos are missing. Don't get me wrong. I have passion for woodworking, and even more for YouTube, but I didn't feel passion when making woodworking YouTube videos. And that was because I was chasing numbers. I wasn't doing whatever I wanted, as Brendan would say it. I wasn't showing passion in my videos. So thanks, Brandon. I found my key ingredient for success on YouTube. I'm following your lead and will make whatever the heck I want on this YouTube channel, even though it will mean growth will be slower. The numbers will slack, but at least I'm doing what I love, in a pace I can maintain, and with perfect balance for my family and my hobby. And maybe it will show in my numbers. Maybe if you guys see passion, my numbers will go up. You are still watching, so I guess you feel some passion in this video. And I want to apologize for those who are subscribed mainly for woodworking content, because I won't be putting that kind of content out as much anymore, only when I want to.